All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Print. You got me, Gabe. It's been a long time since we've gotten together since the
Green
Super
shirt,
Bowl.
bros.
Yeah,
Green
we
shirt
green
twins
we green
tonight.
shirted it out today for sure. We did not know that was a uniform for the fantasy blueprint tonight, but it is. Also, I look super high, but I'm just really tired because my
You're
buddy.
high. It's
No,
fine.
no,
It's
Gabe's in California, and
I'm high in
he's
California. Yeah.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It's 8:30 his time. It's almost 11 o'clock my time. So we are we're making it. We're limping it. My right eye's trying to shut on me a little bit here. Try to wake up. But man, so we're back doing a little NBA playoff action, or should I say play in? Because I don't think this is technically playoff. But we're just gonna do a little play in action. Kind of
Little surprise video,
yeah, a little
surprise
surprise
content.
video. See what happens, and we might do a few of these depending on how tonight goes. If
Yeah,
we
we just
suck, we
love
may
ball. We just
yeah,
love ball. Can't get enough of it. Pause.
love it. No doubt, no doubt. But so it's Monday night. Tomorrow night is the opening night for playing games. We got Hawks at Magic and Grizzlies at Warriors. So Hawks versus Magic. Orlando's favored by 5.5. Winner of that game plays the Celtics. Good luck. You may want to lose and go to the 8th seed, play the Cavs. And then Grizzlies play the Warriors. Warriors are favored by 7.5. The winner of that game will play Houston. The losers of both of those games will play the winner of the 9-10. So,
uh,
what you got on these? Anything? Any thoughts?
a battle of teams to see who's going to lose in the first round of the Celtics. I
Yeah,
love it. I mean, that's almost like a game you lose on purpose.
I know. You almost drop.
You-
I'd rather take my chances with the Cavs than the Celtics for sure.
They're gonna be throwing balls off the backboard. That's why the over under is so low. They're gonna be like, please don't win.
No doubt. Yeah, there could be some shenanigans going on for sure in that game. I can see it happening.
Golly, how do
Uh,
you go? How do you approach that game? Like knowing that if you win, you have to play the Celtics. Like
yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, you just go ahead and book your Cancun vacation.
Well, I mean, like I'm saying, like there nobody wants to play the Celtics. Like,
Nah.
why?
Yeah. Well, on the flip side, though, if you're the Grizzlies and the Warriors, if you're Warriors, you're wanting to win because you're old. You're an older
Mm,
roster. You need the
yeah,
rest, and Houston's super young, so I think it would be a this is a must win for the Warriors because I don't think they want to drop to the 8th seed and have to play OKC,
yeah.
who's been super awesome this year. Lots of depth there. Young but very talented. So I think if you're the Warriors, this is a must win. So we're going to kind of dive into our DraftKings stuff a little bit here, but this is going to look a little different because it's not football. This is our basketball
Yeah.
pod. So, question for you: strategy wise, football strategy looks a little bit different than our basketball strategy. Do you have any kind of strategy as you pick through your basketball lineups?
My strategy is straight minutes. I'm just finding people that are going to play just
Yeah,
buttloads of minutes and hope that they get lucky. And sometimes in the playoffs, it's just that random guy that goes off, one of the role players that hits four threes and gets some
yeah,
steals. Defensive stats for those role players are huge because, I mean, you get
yeah,
2 points per steal and block. So if you get serious defensive contributions, they can kind of make those lower salary players pay off, especially if they
yep,
play 30 plus minutes. So I just try to find players that are going to be on the court for a long time. And you have your super studs that are really expensive, but you can kind of find cheaper players and get lucky to build around. There's a lot of them, especially for like the Warriors. There's some players that'll get 20 plus minutes and they're really
yeah,
cheap. But
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you. I think the flip side of that is with there only being two games, you've really got to hit on that
yeah,
big time player.
yeah,
So you got to pick the right guy, the right star, and then
yes,
hopefully you can fill in the gaps
yeah,
with the guys that play 25 to 30 minutes a game at the cheaper salaries.
yep.
So with the small pool of players, your must hit star, who are you picking? Who life on the line, who are you picking tomorrow night as your and we're going to talk a little bit about our triple threat, not core four, but
Yeah.
triple threat for basketball. But life on the line, you are picking who tomorrow night to be your star.
So are we talking like 9,000 plus, 8,000 plus. Like, what are we talking here? Like
About 85 plus, because
85
nobody's
plus.
in the 10,000 range. It's all
Yeah.
85 plus. And if I'm correct, that's going to be your Steph Curry's.
Yeah.
So you got Paolo
Steph's,
Banchero
Josh,
at
Curry. Yeah.
95, Steph Curry at 93, Trey at 91, John Moran at 89, and Franz Wagner at
Hmm.
85.
I'm going Trey Young
I
just
like it.
because his usage is so high.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Orlando had Fultz and Suggs still for defense, I'd
Yeah.
probably go away from him. But I think Corey Jones has got the cabbage patch knees, and I just think those things are
Corey
shredded.
Joseph.
What
Joseph.
did I say, Corey? What did I say?
Jones.
Corey
Corey,
Joseph.
Corey Joseph.
We were just talking about
All
him.
good.
Corey
Yeah,
Joseph.
I love Ice Trey though, especially in the playoffs. You know he's going to want to silence the home crowd of the Magic. So I hope he goes off because he is going to talk
He will
so
touch the
much.
ball 85 to 90% first for their team. Any
Oh
make or any rebound, he's the first pass. I mean, and he gets hot, so I mean, just he
yeah,
should have 10 assists easy and at least 20 points. And his floor is really low because his
yeah.
usage is so high. I'm going Trey Young. That's my pick. What do you got?
I'm going Stephen Curry.
Stephen.
Last time he played the Grizzlies, he had 52 points. He took 23s. I think it's a must-win game for the Warriors because you do
Yeah.
not want to play OKC in a must-win game. I'm definitely going with my boy Steph Curry, and we'll see. I just can't imagine him getting under 30.
Yeah.
I
The
just
only
don't
reason I
see
was
it.
turned off away from Steph Curry is because I just get scared when he's the only option. But Jimmy stepped up, so Jimmy should be
Yeah,
able to take a little bit of the burden off of him.
yeah,
Now that he's there, so yeah, I love Steph, favorite player probably of all time. So
yeah.
yeah, I like it.
It surprised me that Paulo's the highest salary player for tomorrow night. I figured it'd be Trey
Yeah,
Young.
yeah, it is surprising, especially with Franz scoring a lot too, and like it's yeah, that's kind of a no touchy for me to be honest with Paulo. Atlanta has some decent defenders, especially at like the forward, like that rookie Ricochet is pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
and Okonkwo, their center, he's a good defender. I don't think he'll be matched up on Paolo too much, but
He'll protect the rim
they
a little bit.
yeah, protect the rim a little bit, and we'll have to shoot over some taller defenders. I'm trying to think of who the other forward is for the Dyson Daniel. That's another guy,
Yeah,
dude. Like Dyson
Dyson.
Daniel is
He's a
nasty.
dog.
Like he
Pelicans definitely should not have let him go.
yeah, Dyson Daniel just getting any usage at the Pelicans. He like played. I think he started like 2 games when he was there. So that's why they didn't realize he was a super stud on
Yeah,
defense.
yeah. I
But yeah,
really
I
let him
think if
back to.
Dyson, he could guard Paolo. He's that good. He's that tall and he's big enough to guard Paolo.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of steering away from him.
So you got Ice Trey. I got Steph Curry. Let's go triple threat here. You're building your lineup around what three players?
Well, like I said about value players and role players, I'm going Moses Moody, 4,100. He's a 3-point shooter. Britain trivia question: where did Moses Moody play college?
Oh gosh, Moses Moody played at Arkansas.
That boy.
I still got it,
Yeah.
baby.
Arkansas shooter. He was really good at Arkansas. He's been good at the Warriors. But yeah,
He's had a great
he's
season.
gonna be out there for shooting and defense, 3 and D.
Yep.
He's gonna be a Klay Thompson 2.0. Not as good as Klay Thompson, but he's gonna be trying to fill that role with besides Steph, just from a spot up shooting
Yeah.
perspective. Spray a lot of threes too, and then I'm going Trey's counterpart down low, the big boy. I'm going a Kongwo,
Congo. Yeah.
Onyeka Okongwu at
It's tough,
7,500.
tough name.
I know, yeah, tough one. Capella's out with a hand strain or something, so he's not playing. So you're talking about heavy minutes for Okongwu with the Hawks, and then this guy, I think he'll slide down a lot of people's picks. I don't know if he'll have high usage, but Jaren Jackson at 7,300 against the Warriors.
Yeah.
They have it's going to be a test game for Draymond. I know Draymond has he's built his career on defense, but they really don't have that much size when it comes to somebody who's 7 foot plus, and he's had good games against the Warriors in the past. And he can shoot threes. He can stretch the floor. and he gets rebounds, and he's one of the cheapest power forwards, and he's a legitimate 100 mil, 200 mil player. If he was like when he gets paid, like he's
Yeah.
legit. So
Yeah, I was listening to a lot of guys, NBA podcasts I listened to was talking about how he's potentially going to be third team All NBA. So he's had a really good season
oh
for
yeah,
sure.
and he's elite on defense, like blocking shots and stuff, and that's 2 points a block. And yeah,
Yep.
I think he's severely underpriced for this matchup. I think it should at least be 8,000 with the size mismatch and then his defense ability. So yeah,
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's my three. It's
Sweet.
my triple.
All right, so I got my triple here. I've got, of course, I got to go Mr. Stephen Curry.
The
I'm building
chef.
around him. So we got different. We got different strategies here on this,
I
but
know. I got big man.
yeah, I got low ceiling or low floor guys. Wait, did I say that right?
High floor guys.
High
High
floor
floor guys.
guys. I told you I'm
Yeah.
tired. It's 11 o'clock over here.
Tired.
Um, I got low floor guys, but I got Steph Curry.
High floor guys.
High floor guys. Yep, can't say it right. That'll be a good blooper reel for us, boys. I've got Trae Young. I just think in the playoff or in a must-win game, he's gonna have the ball in his hands. Probably, like you said, 90% of the time. So definitely want to have Trae Young there. And then I've got a weird one. I've got Aldama
Oh yeah,
for
Santee.
the Grizzlies because he's
Yeah.
playing a lot of minutes. You can
Mhm.
shoot the ball, so you get a lot of points. You get a point and a half for a three made correct.
Yep.
So I like Aldama. He had 18 points last time he played the Warriors. He had 6 rebounds and 4 threes. So I like Aldama there just because of his minutes and his salary is relatively inexpensive for as many minutes as he's playing. Those are the three that I have that I'm going to build around in my lineups for tomorrow night.
Yeah, I do think that
Any
the Warriors. I think if there's one game, this is a bad matchup for them because of the bench for the Grizzlies. I do think the Grizzlies win, even though I know the Warriors are going to try their hardest. And it's in, it's in, it's at Golden State, right?
Yep.
Or is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be hard for Memphis to win there, but I do think that the bench with Aldama, Brandon, what's his name? God, what's the big man's name for the Grizzlies that comes off the bench? I
Clark.
forgot his name. Huh? Yeah, Brandon
Brandon
Clark.
Clark. I think
And
he's
then,
hurt.
oh, he's hurt. Dang.
I think so. Yeah.
Pippen Jr. and Kennard both coming off the bench too. I don't know. I can't even think of who's coming off the bench besides Gary Payton for the Warriors. It's not. It's kind of
Yeah.
spooky off the bench for them.
Yeah.
But,
Quentin Post. A lot of white guys.
yeah.
Any honorable mentions that you thought about putting in your triple threat?
Honorable mentions. If if Corey Joseph, alias Corey Jones. If we'll see who shows up. Corey Jones might show up. It might not be
He
Corey
might.
Joseph.
He might.
If he plays bad, it's Corey Jones.
Yeah.
Corey Joseph at 3,200 was sneaky for me because he's been playing like 30 plus minutes since they put him in the starting lineup. Surprisingly, Anthony Black and Cole Anthony. I don't know something about Anthony. They don't like to put them in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
That name or what? But yeah, Corey Joseph. I thought about it. I decided just to go away from it because there's 3 guards there: uh, Black, and then Cole Anthony, and then Corey Joseph. So I feel like
Yeah.
I just don't know if he'll get the minutes once it really gets deep into that game. He's old, veteran, but we'll see. First game, see what happens.
Trivia question. Corey Joseph played college where?
Oh gosh, I might as well just like not
It's
even.
been a long time since he's played college basketball.
Golly, Corey Joseph. I'm not gonna waste people's time. Go ahead and tell me.
Texas.
Texas, yeah, I was
Still
not
got
gonna
it,
get
baby.
there. I was thinking SEC. I was thinking like Florida. I was not
Texas
getting it.
is technically the SEC now, so you were
Oh,
close.
it's true. All right, well then I was close.
Close.
He just didn't play there.
That's right. It was Big 12 then, or 10, whatever it is, 12. So my honorable mention, I like Zach Edey a lot because he's going to get boards against
Yeah.
the Warriors. I mean, I was looking through the GameCast log the last time the Warriors played the Memphis Grizzlies, and he still played even with Kevon Looney barely getting minutes. I think he played like 10 to 15 minutes Edie still played 30.
Yeah.
So even when they went small, they kept him out there. He had 16 boards and 10 points.
Oh yeah, dude. He's a mismatch problem for Golden State too. Yeah.
So he may, if they can keep him on the floor, if that small ball, which the Warriors are known for, if it doesn't work, great, and they can find a way to keep him on the floor. I think that could be an interesting pickup. I think he's sitting at like 5,000 something, so he's relatively cheap.
5,700. Yeah, I took a look at him. I don't know why I just didn't pull the trigger.
But yeah, that was kind of my honorable mention. Let's move on to optimal lineups here. I'll go first. I've got Steph Curry, and then Krejcik for the Hawks. I don't know how to say his name. Krejcik. Foreign guy, obviously can't speak his name. I've got Franz. I've got Aldama. I've got Zach Edey. I've got Scottie Pippen Jr. I've got Guy for the Hawks.
Guy, yep.
Guy and Trae Young.
All right.
And that's it. That's put me about 245 fantasy points projected. So not too bad. I really like the way that stacks up because all those guys are going to get good minutes, and I think that's important. I think the only question mark there is probably going to be Guy. He's probably going to get 15 to 18 max probably, but he's at like $3,200, so he's a cheaper option. What you got?
Well, I'm rolling out Trae Young at the point, Moses Moody, and then I'm going Gary Payton the second. Expecting some big minutes from him off the bench for Golden State since they have no bench. And then Jaren Jackson and Okongwu. And then I'm rounding it out with Mr. Grand Theft Auto, Ja Morant, and then Santi Aldama and Zachary Richeche. Mr. Grand Theft Auto should get a cameo in the new game. Should have a Ja Morant skin.
Yeah, he probably will, honestly, at some point.
That's my team.
I like it, baby.
No Orlando players, and that's by design. I think that the Hawks win that game. I'm taking both road teams. Risky pick there, but I'm taking Hawks and Grizzlies to win outright in both those games.
I am taking Hawks and Warriors in that one.
Hawks and Warriors.
Yeah, I think the Magic's defense is really, really good, but they have the same problem that the Houston Cougars have. Their offense disappears at times, and I feel like the Hawks are just going to be able to figure out a way to win that game on the road.
I really do think Dyson Daniels is going to he won't lock up Banchero, but he's going to make it real hard for him. Yeah. I don't see anybody really making it hard for Trae Young on their team, except maybe Anthony Black if he plays. That's the only reason I could see him playing a lot. Just because of his length and he's got good defense and he's young, but that's really it.
Yeah, I think non-NBA people are about to see Dyson Daniels for the first time against the Celtics, probably if they win the game. If not, against the Cavs, I think people are going to see how talented he is. So I'm excited to see him get a chance in the playoffs and actually get to be on TV some.
Probably one of the most underrated players in the NBA. He's definitely up there for sure.
Yeah, I think so for sure. So obviously Gabe's in California, so we don't have his spreadsheet, but I did kind of just do an optimal pull from the web, and optimal lineups AI generated is Brandon Podziemski, Gary Payton III, Franz Wagner, Guy, can't say his name, Zach Edey, Scottie Pippen Jr., Paulo Banchero, and Trae Young. So they're putting their money in Banchero and Trae Young.
And Wagner.
And Wagner.
Oh. Well.
And that is going to put you at 247-ish points fantasy projection. So a little 2 more points higher than what I had, but who's counting? Not me. Mine's going to be better.
I don't think so.
We'll see. So any players that you look at for tomorrow night that you're like, hands off, no shot, I am touching?
I'm gonna stay on Banchero with the no touch just because of the so Franz Wagner. If there is one downside to his game is that he does not shoot very well
Mm.
from three, and I
Yep.
think the Hawks will take that and force him to get into basically make him play from the perimeter, and they'll just anytime Bankero gets it, I'd
Yeah.
imagine they'll double and just kind of close off the paint and make Wagner shoot. If he doesn't, I mean, they are playing at home, so he may draw 10 fouls and shoot 20-something free throws. Wagner might, but
Yeah.
the whistles tend to tighten up a little bit in the playoffs, so I could see it getting kind of spooky out there for Bankero if he gets tripled and doubled all night and they force him to shoot. And like you said, they go cold on offense, right? Isn't that what you said, Orlando?
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have stretches where they disappear.
Yeah.
So, conspiracy theory here for you.
Mm.
Who does the NBA want to play the Celtics? I think it's got to be the Hawks, don't you think? With Trae Young.
Yeah, I don't know. Like who do they want to play? I mean,
Because
Trae Young is
I can
box
tell
office,
you,
bro. Trae Young
I
is
can tell you what the NBA TV round one's going to be. Cavs and Magic. Nobody wants to watch that. That's terrible. I think at least Trae Young gives you an opportunity to at least compete just because he's so talented.
Right.
Now, he may disappear with those guards in the Celtics, to be honest, but conspiracy Britain's definitely going Hawks. Hawks get the calls. Hawks find a way.
Hawks definitely. Hawks Celtics way more marketable
Yeah.
and from
Atlanta's
that perspective. But
the
would they
Atlanta
rather
market.
have? I guess they may want Cavs Celtics in the finals or Bucks maybe in like the conference finals. I'm just thinking, and I don't think either of those teams is going to beat Milwaukee or the Celtics, especially if Dame comes back for the Bucks. So I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, the Knicks too. Like the Knicks are slept on too.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two teams really not putting any
No, they're not moving
feared
the
at all.
needle.
Yeah, not
No.
moving the needle for me. It's gonna be a first round exit for either. I don't think they really care who plays. It's gonna be a first round exit.
No
Yeah.
doubt. All right, we're still on conspiracy corner real quick because I got to throw this out. We haven't really had a chance to talk about this. Conspiracy theory: Luka Doncic. Was that organized by the league front office?
Yes, and Nico Harrison got paid for that move.
No doubt.
1,000%. That dude sold out to the Davids or what is his name? What's the Lord
Silver.
to
Adam
Voldemort's
Silver.
name?
Yeah,
Adam
Adam
Silver.
Silver. Yeah. There's just no way, dude. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm not. I'm every person in the world has talked about it to no end. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just telling you,
I
something
will
was
say I went and
fishy.
watched the Lakers. I went and watched the Lakers out here, and Luca does look good in that purple and gold. I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna have his number retired for sure for the Lakers. They're gonna
Dang.
win. They're dangerous. I really do think the Lakers will go deep with Bron and Luca. Like Luca can do it by himself. Now you add LeBron to the mix and
Yeah.
Austin Reeves. I'm not gonna lie, they're dangerous right now. They finally
Yeah.
figured out how to play together. They beat the piss out of the Pelicans at the end of that game.
Yeah. Well, that's the Pelicans for you.
Yeah, they suck,
They
but
suck. And
the Lakers have been killing it. They have really
yeah,
have.
they've been awesome.
Yeah,
They've been
they're
awesome.
good.
So new segment. Um, we didn't do this during football season for the fantasy blueprint, but we'll probably do it a little bit coming up next year. Do a little prize picks, a little pick 'em action.
We'll take them.
I'll let you start, Gabe.
All right,
What do
I'll
you
lead it
have
off
pick
for
'em
you.
wise?
So my 4 picks, I'm going Jaren Jackson over 5.5 rebounds. It just seems way too low for a guy who's like 7 foot tall and plays in the post. And then I'm going Dyson Daniels 4 or more assists. So not a over a half. So just you can get 4 and kind of push basically there. So he needs 5 assists, but he could push with 4. And I'm going Draymond under 11.5 points. I don't see him taking a butt ton of shots for them in that matchup. And then Cole Anthony, I'm going over a half a three. So he just needs 1 3, 4 picks. I don't know what the multiplier is on that, but I'll get back to you. But that's my 4 prize pick lineup.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, look it up. Give me the value on that one because I may join you in that in that pick 'em. I like it.
Go ahead and
So
give yours while I look up what that ends up totaling.
I
On
did my prize picks based off of both games because I couldn't help myself. I had to sneak into the Wednesday, both days. Sorry,
Oh,
sneak into the
both days. See,
Wednesday
I thought
slot a
about
little
that.
bit.
I didn't do it though.
So I will start with the one that's going to absolutely uh, just blow your brain because you're gonna be like, "Wow, you're an idiot." But I've got Trey Young and Paulo Banchero over 57 points. Last time they played
Okay.
each other, they had 61. So
Yeah.
I like it. I've got Curry over 34 and a half points and assists. Why? Because Steph Curry is the man. I've glazed this man
Steph
this entire
Curry.
podcast, but he had 52 points last time he played the Grizzlies. 23s were shot. I don't anticipate anything being different. So I've got Curry 34 and a half points and assists. I've got Jonathan Isaac just making one basket. I just need over a point and a half.
Really?
Just
Okay.
one layup for me, Jonathan. If you
I
can do
kind
that,
of
that'd
like
be
that.
awesome.
I kind of like that.
I've got Dyson Daniels over 25 points, rebounds, and assists. He's done it in 3 of the last 4 games. He's been playing really well. I expect that to continue, and I'm excited to see him on a big stage. Now, he may disappear being his first time on the big stage, but we'll see. And then this guy, to me, is one of the most slept on white boys in the NBA.
Uh,
I've got Josh Giddey over 39 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. He's gone over 40 points, rebounds, and assists in 3 straight games.
yeah.
He's been slept on. He's had a really good season.
He has gone off. I guess once he got his case figured out with that chick, and they just gave him the keys again
Yeah,
because he got
it
that
was
figured out.
sketchy for a while for him for sure.
It was
He
suspect
was
for a
in
while,
some hot water.
and it was affecting his play. He was not playing well.
He needed to
But
get out of OKC. He needed to change the
he
scenery.
needed a change. He got out.
Chicago's been good for him. And really, honestly, if you look at his numbers since Levine's been gone,
Yeah,
he's been awesome, dude. I mean, he
yeah.
really has been a stud this year.
It's crazy how the NBA works. Like they just
Yeah.
like every player like I feel like has the ability if they just get the use. And like like in the beginning when he got traded to Chicago, even after Levine left, like he wasn't putting up 40 PRA every game.
Mhm.
But it's just like eventually they were just like, you know what, we're just gonna run the offense through Giddy now. And it's
Yep.
almost like Kobe White and Vucevic were just like bucket, do
Yep.
it. It's they're still getting numbers, but it's like they were trying to force it through either Vucevic or somebody else, and they were like, well, "Let's see what Josh Giddey can do." He's done nothing
Yeah.
but cook since
Yeah,
they
I know.
gave him the keys.
He honestly he's been really good this year. And the Bulls have had like a pretty good turnaround. I mean, they're almost 500 again.
Yeah,
They were in a pretty big hole at the beginning of the season for sure. So I really like that. That's going to be this is why you tempt fate here and pick all these picks because they're a little risky. 14 and a half time payout.
yeah. So I changed mine. Well, I didn't change it, but if you just do the 4 I said, it's times 10. But I like that
Ooh,
Jonathan Isaac 2 points. Just give me one basket,
just
baby.
give
Give
me
me a
one
dunk. Give
basket,
me a
dog.
layup. It's
Just give me a little
times 12 and a
tip.
half. Give me a
Just a
tip,
tip.
man. Give me
Little
something. Just a
tip in
tip.
something.
Something.
Um, but that's what I got for. So that's a 14 and a half multiplier. If it happens, Gabe, Lake trips on me. No, I'm just kidding. My 25-cent toss in's not going to be worth a lick. So
Nah, my dollar to 12 and a half, or $2 to
yeah,
12 and a half.
that ain't going to do
Not a
nothing.
big,
But
not a big baller. I just do it because I love the game. I love the
love
hustle.
the game.
Just love the
Really, it's
thrill.
just the whole point of this is just to be able to watch a game and have some
Yeah,
energy
have some
about it. You know
skin
what I
in the
mean?
game.
Have a
You
little
just want some
skin,
skin in the game. It's more fun with skin in the game,
even if it's just
even if it's
25
just a
cents.
few dollars.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there. We're just not there yet. Once we turn like 40, 50, you might throw 10, 20 in there. Who knows?
Not with these kids I got running around. I will not be dropping anything more than $1 ever. So
Until the print
uh,
goes big, baby.
until the print goes
Until the
big.
print goes big.
So I want to give you a chance. This is story time with Uncle Gabe here for a second. Gabe, like I said, has been in California for about a month, and he's gotten to go to some really cool places. But one of the places Gabe's gotten to go to is where they filmed White Man Can't Jump. And explain for those of us that haven't seen the movie or have never been out to California to see this, explain the setting of these basketball courts.
You said it. White man can't jump. You said it. That's the
Yeah,
setting. Like, I stuck out like a sore thumb, but I got picked up, played a couple games on the Venice Beach basketball courts, and
it's pretty awesome.
I made a shot and played some full court, and I got out of there. It is what it is.
Yeah,
But it's like
you
it's a
got out
whole
of
other
there. That's the
scene.
key word. You got out of
Got
there.
out of there alive in one piece.
Yeah,
I've seen some crazy stuff in California. I've rolled up on murder scenes. I've seen fights at the post office. I've seen arrests. I've seen helicopters flying. Grand Theft Auto is real out here. Like this, it's been crazy.
yeah.
I'm
So
excited to get back though this week and get back to Nashville. And I don't know. I would not. When I first got here and was kind of checking out the beach, I was like, "Dang, LA is pretty cool." Like I could see myself, like maybe coming out here for an extended period of time, maybe one day. And I was like, 2 days later, traffic sucked. The food's expensive. Crime rates are through the roof. I think
yeah,
I was in like a honeymoon phase. I was just out in the sun, the palm trees,
yeah.
sunsets. I was like, dang, this is kind of sweet. Then reality set in. I stayed there for longer than for a week, and I was like, no.
Then you went to drop off a package at the mail at the mail place and got to see an employee slap the crap out of somebody. So
So
that's
I was posted up there doing outreach. I had a table where I was like asking people questions, and this dude runs out the post office and legit is like cussing under his breath. And the post office people follow him, and I'm like, what's about to
camera.
happen? I'll just. Just your 5 minutes of fame, bro. And he
Yeah,
just walked up and post office worker went viral, slapped the taste out this man's mouth, and he just stood there for a second, like didn't
yeah.
realize. He's like, this postal worker just really hit me in the face. It was a top. Oh, God, I mean, people watching experience top three. Like
Top tier.
seeing a postal worker slap someone who came out of the post office and watch them wrestle on the ground. Uh, the excitement after sitting in a chair for like 8 hours and not doing anything and just talking to people. Never forget it. I'll never forget it. It
Never
was
forget
awesome.
it.
It was an unforgettable trip. Been here for 30 days.
Also,
Thursday will
dude,
be.
I gotta say this because this is how messed up my brain is right now. Because I'm so tired. I couldn't even think of the word post office until you said it. I was like the mail place. My brain's so tired, dude. Oh man,
The post office.
the post office is what
Post
I meant to say.
office.
So
Oh, that's funny.
take everything I've said with a grain of salt tonight because the reality is when you got two kids and you're staying up past 9:30, the brain shuts
Pray for
off.
my boy, please. Pray for
Yeah,
my boy tomorrow
the
morning,
brain
please.
shuts off. It shut off about an hour ago, but I couldn't miss an opportunity to get on the pod with my boy.
Oh
I'm
yeah, I had
glad
to
to be
get on
back and
again.
just stretch the
Oh, we'll do
legs
it
a little
again.
bit.
We gotta do it Thursday and we get the legit first round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
It's four games, so you'll have 18 or wow, my brain going numb right now. Two, four, yeah, 8 teams. Golly,
yes,
yeah, 8 teams. The 8 team slate will be good to pick from.
yeah, it'll be awesome.
So we need to hop on there and then maybe a little surprise draft action. Maybe like
Yeah,
a fantasy blueprint live reaction to the NFL draft because that's what we really came. That's what we really started the pod for, man. This
yeah,
basketball stuff is fun, but football's where it's at.
yeah. I grew up playing basketball, and I would much rather sit and talk about the NFL. And my moment of football in my life was all of 2 years, middle school, seventh and eighth grade, and I think I saw the field for in those total in those total years. I think I saw the field for maybe 10 minutes of action. But
Yeah,
it does remind me. I mean, the memories that I have from middle school football are unbelievable. I'm going to save
best
some of these
middle school
stories
team
for
ever.
our
Yeah,
yeah. We were undefeated champs, but
best
whatever.
team. Best team. I'll put our team against any team nationwide that year we were that good, except maybe a team out in California or Texas. Who knows? Then we
Yeah,
probably sucked. We probably weren't even that good, but we thought
we
we were that
felt
good.
good.
We
We
felt good.
felt good for sure. But I do have to tell one quick story about middle school football. But I'm gonna save most of them.
Oh
I'm gonna
gosh.
save most of them for draft night because we're gonna have to
Yeah, we got to
fill
fill some
some
time.
fill some time for sure. But dude, I remember, and I'll probably tell the story again at some point down the line. But I remember there was a running back for Spanish Fort our 8th grade year, and this dude was a grown man already. I remember sitting on the sideline thinking, "Dear God, do not let me play this game."
Be in the
But
game
we,
when he's
but we were so good. Like you'd always get in. I'd always get in like the last 2 minutes of the game. And I remember sitting. I played corner, and I was
oh,
sitting opposite of my boy Sam Sprinkle. Shout out to Sam Sprinkle wherever
shout
you are
out Sam
nowadays.
Sprinkle.
But I was sitting there, and I saw it was a handoff. I was like, "Oh gosh, please, God, do not let him run to my side." And he took off and went left, or he went right because I was on the left side. And I remember taking the angle because I was like, "All right, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna go try to
Yeah,
do
yeah, you try
something
to take
here.
it. Yeah,
Maybe I'll catch him 20 yards down the field from behind
yeah,
or
just
something." Not
tap,
gonna
little
happen because
leg
I
hit.
was
Yeah,
about as
trip him
wide
up.
as you can get. But my buddy, gosh, Sam Sprinkle, he just I don't. Neither one of us were ultra talented, but that man, I
He
give
had the
him
heart of a lion.
I give him props
Yeah.
because that man, he was probably a buck. He's probably a buck 10 in 8th grade, and that running back. I'm not kidding you. I'm not exaggerating. He had to be 200 pounds already. He takes it on the outside, and it's just him and Sam Sprinkle one on one. And I'm not exaggerating you, dude. And I don't know if you remember sitting and watching this in film later, but he got hit so hard that his helmet ended up 10 to 15 yards down the field because his chin strap snapped in half.
Yeah, I
And I
remember.
remember running over there because he tackled him because he tripped up. So he ran him over, but he just tripped the shoelaces just enough to get him on the ground. I remember running over there to go get him up. I was like, "Sam, are you okay, dude?" And his eyes were like this, dude. And he said, "I'm done." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, I'm done. I'm done." I was like, "Okay, buddy,
that
let me
was
go get you. Let me get your
that
helmet.
was
Make it to the sideline."
that was my first lessons in physics of force
Oh
equals
my
mass
gosh,
times
dude.
acceleration, and that man, yeah, he was.
Dude,
Ooh,
I kid you not, dude. Right down the middle of that chin strap, just and the helmet was 15
split.
yards.
Ooh.
And I just remember those eyes, dude. I will never forget those eyes. That was eyes of I almost died. The fear. It was
The first
incredible.
time you ever saw fear in a man
Oh,
was.
dude, I'll never forget it. His eyes were like saucers, dude. I was like, "Holy
Oh,
crap!"
that's
But
hilarious. I remember
I got
that
a lot
memory.
more of those stories, as we all do, and I can't wait to start sharing them on draft night because I need somebody to laugh.
Most rewound film tape probably of all time.
Oh,
Probably
dude,
like 1,000 times. Rewind that
dude, do
to
you
laugh.
remember he, he had an orthodontist appointment and missed that
Oh,
film session? Oh, I would have missed that film session too, buddy. I don't blame you.
I don't remember the. I don't remember him missing the film session. I thought
Oh
he was
yeah,
there. I don't
dude,
remember
he
that.
dipped. I don't blame him one bit. I wouldn't have shown
Conveniently,
my face either.
conveniently enough.
Yeah.
God, that's good. But yeah, we'll
Well,
have a surprise. And also we got to do next year March Madness. We dropped the ball this
yeah,
year, not doing March Madness brackets and
yeah,
talking
for
through those
sure.
picks. We got to do that next year.
No doubt. Yeah, shout out to your second chance bracket for
Still haven't
next
worried
year.
ESPN. You guys haven't said anything about it. I want my money, however much it is. If it's 500, give me my money. I got all the picks right.
Yeah,
Still
that's
haven't heard.
pretty freaking awesome, dude. So, well, if you're like me, you're pretty tired, but hopefully tomorrow you wake up with a new sense of energy. You had some great picks, and your picks go off tomorrow. But we'll be
Yep.
back. This is just a little taste, a little preview of some NBA action we'll do coming down
Yeah.
the line, especially in the playoffs. We'll definitely start hitting these probably weekly, if not bi-weekly. We'll try to get these first 2 rounds for sure. But good luck tomorrow, enjoy the game. I mean, I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to watch Steph, so just
Yeah,
enjoy that. Him and
it's very
Draymond and
true.
Jimmy are getting old, so enjoy those moments because who knows, you might get to watch him go for 50 tomorrow, and if he does, I'm winning a lot of my lineups. So
Yeah, it's like changing to the guard, man. John Morant and Desmond Bain. They're trying to put out the old pups, or
yeah,
the old pups, the young pups trying to put out the old dogs, I
old
guess.
dogs, yeah.
Old dogs.
Although John Morant may not make it in the league much longer because I don't think that commissioner likes him very much. But that's another story, another day. Good luck tomorrow, everybody. Happy hunting. Shout out to the print. We'll see y'all next week.
See ya.